Hello and welcome to my next video, which is on arguments in method. So what is an argument and what is a method? So if we start, a class concepts consists of two kind of things. One is data member, which are nothing but the variables, right? Suppose you have a calculator, so for that calculator you might have number 1 and number 2. They can be your data members, and that is used for something to store, like your name, your age, all are the data, right? So that we can consider as properties or data members for our class. Now the next thing we require is method. What is a method? Method is nothing but, unlike data, it is related to actions. So actions means something which is related to doing something, like a name, age is something you have as a property, as data, but a function or method is like running, studying, eating, something like that. So for calculator, maybe add is a function. So let me write a function add, which adds two numbers. Now to use these two functions, what I need to do? I simply need to create an object. I hope by now you should be able to understand what an object is and how to create it. Now I have the object obj1, so I will have to simply call this method and done. Now what do I need to calculate? Add, suppose I want to add two numbers, a as 1 and b 2. I will add two numbers, so I'm declaring c as a result variable. Okay, let me declare it as c. Let me rename them. Okay, you might be able to. Number 1, number 2, and suppose result. So result equal to number 1 plus number 2. Now here let me just print it so that we can know what has been calculated. Now let us see. I hope everything is right. The output is 3 as expected. Now the problem with this function is, any time in its entire life it will only calculate 1 and 2. So the result is going to be all the time 3. Now imagine you have a calculator which always gives 3. That is, which always adds two numbers 1 and 2 and gives you. Do you think this kind of function or this kind of device is going to be useful for you? I guess no. So the same thing here. When you have add, suppose you have add which adds two numbers, but this should be generic, means it should listen to you. It should take the numbers from you and then it should do the addition. So here if we see in main, it should, suppose I have two numbers here, int x equal to 10 and y equal to 20, and I want to add 10 and 20, that is x and y, not these. So how we do that? Let us see. Here what we will do, we will pass these numbers. I have written x and y means the value of x and the value of y, which is 10 and 20, will be passed to this variable, to function. Now if you throw something at someone, he or she should catch it. Here also the same thing. If I am passing something and suppose I want to run this, it will throw error because your function is not expecting any argument. So here what we need to do, here we need to add, you need to add the argument variables. What we will do, we can name anything here, okay, but two variables same type. they are integers, so you will also have to take two integer variables. It's xy, not necessarily you can have xy, but you can have suppose num1 and num2. You can have xy also, you can have abc also. Now what we will do, it's no more a local variable, it's the variable that has got the value from main. Main has passed two numbers to the function add, and I want to get the result of that. So now if you check the output, you should be able to see 30, correct? So now we have 30 here. So we got some control over the function which is listening to our values and giving us the expected result. But still it is partial. Why partial the control? Because if you see here, you have the system.out.println written inside add. Maybe I want to print the number, maybe I want to do something else with that number. But here it is all the time, it's like calculator. Whatever you want to do, you can copy the number from the display, but I will be giving you up the number only. But here we might not want to do that. We might want to get the number only. Means we want to listen to the number, and then whatever we do, we can do it here. So what we will do, the add should return something. The add should return the result to back to the main function wherever is calling. Now how do I take the number? Anywhere we pass some number or you take some number, you will require some variables, right? Suppose here I am giving the variable as res. So the same way how x and y was being passed to num1 and num2 with the values of 10 and 20, here also it will not pass the name result, it will pass 30 as its output to the res. It will store 30 to the variable called res. Now if you just want to simply print it, you can print again. If I let me just print it here and let us see what kind of error we get. Res, because I have this, my add has passed this. If we run it, you will see error. Why error? Because like the starting we had to pass x and y, we have declared the local variables here. The same way here also you will have to change the return type. When we say void, that means the function is not returning anything. The function is only listening to you, but it's not telling anything. But when we want to do something, we will have to return its return type. That is, it should tell what kind of data type you are going to return. Means what kind of data you want to return. It's not result you have to write, but the data type of result you will have to say. So after this, if I run this, and then you should be able to get the output. One second, I think the compiler is getting a bit delayed. Alright, so 30. Now suppose I don't want to display this. Before that I want to do something else. Suppose int, anything we do, maybe new number equal to, suppose I want to multiply result with 2, and let me just print. See, the thing is we were getting 30, so if we were printing the result here instead of returning, anytime we cannot change it, we can only get 30. But here if we get the control from main where we pass the values and we also accept values, there we have the freedom to do anything of our choice. We can write anything, we can print anything. I hope I could make myself clear on this. If you have any question, let me know. And before leaving, I would suggest you to, after this video is ending, I have few questions for you. You can pause the video in the middle and try to remember or reiterate in your mind the key points that you should check whether you have got it. In case you are unable to reiterate them like how it was done, you can go back to the video and check it again so that you become more clear. And again, practicing makes the thing perfect. So if you practice this by writing in your code instead of copy pasting, you will be doing wonders. So here my first question is, what do you understand by argument? Second question, what do you understand by return type? Third question, how do we pass arguments? Can you write the code to pass an argument from main and also accepts its result? And fourth question, let me think of it. Yeah. Uh, is it mandatory to give the same name of the variables which we pass in the arguments? Like if we call add, if we have the variable names as x and y in main, do we need to give the same x and y in the add function, or we can give anything? Okay, so this was the video on methods and its concepts and its arguments. I hope I could make it clear. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.